Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the new update in ERLC and Roblox. Let's get into it. So first off, we're going to be looking at the changelogs and the new features. They added Firehose system overhaul. Firefighters are now able to pull hose lines from their trucks to realistically fight fires. The fire engine, tanker, and brush truck each have realistic water tank levels that can be used to supply other trucks or put out fires. To fill up your truck's water supply, you are able to connect to another truck supply discharge or one of the many fire hydrants scattered around Liberty County. So, I want to make this point. We've been waiting for fire hydrants for a long time. So not only did they add the new hose, they did add the fire hydrants. So that's just like a big major win. For police teams, and for police and sheriff teams actually, they added the additional light customization. Players who own the customization game pass can now choose between two side runner lighting variations and select a dash light as their primary light. These are customizable in the customization menu of the vehicle spawner. So that is really useful. They added a picture here so you can see it. Here's a variation of the two side runner lights. Honestly, it looks really good, but I'll show you that more in game. They added a criminal hideout. Criminals now have a place to plan out their next crime and use the new tunnel passageway. You can find the new hideout near High Rock Park with the mountainous terrain guarded by a fence. Gun store revamp. The gun store has received much needed renovations to its appearance. It is still located at the same spot. The 2016 Surrey 650S. This vehicle has replaced the Citolette Carbon. All players who have previously owned the Citolette Carbon have received this vehicle for free. This vehicle is available for purchase on the civilian team. They also added a Bullhorn Determinator SFP Blackjack widebody. This is basically a Dodge Hellcat widebody variation. This vehicle, previously a PRC tester vehicle, is now available for purchase on the civilian team. So basically, this vehicle was previously only granted to people who were game testers for Police Roleplay Community, the community that makes ERLC. Then, finally, they added the 2020 Leyland Vault. This newly added SUV is now available for purchase on the civilian team. So here's a few bug fixes and improvements. Toll booth added to High Rock Park main entrance. After being handcuffed for more than 30 seconds, suspects are now automatically arrested to prevent abuse. New variations of motor vehicle accidents have been added to the major server calls. The requirement to receive a bank truck call has been lowered from 2 on-duty players to 1. Bank interactions have been fixed. Minor performance improvements and fixes, and see more fixes on our Trello board, which we probably won't look at that here. But so hey, I'll see you guys in the game. Alright, so here we are in the game. First, let's go ahead and check out the new cars. I do not have enough money to buy them, but I will at least show you what they look like in the menu. So first off, we had the Bullhorn Determinator SFP Blackjack widebody. This is it right here. Obviously, as you can see, it has the fender flares, unlike the regular SFP Fury. And obviously, this is indeed a Dodge Hellcat. Next off, we got a new SUV, which is indeed the 2020, where is it? Right there, Leyland Vault. Basically, it's a Cadillac SUV. Next, we have the exotic 2016 Surrey 650S. This thing looks a lot like a McLaren. You can tell with the lights there. So yeah, let's move on. Alright, so next we're going to be checking out the toll booth and the criminal base. So here's the toll booth. You just pull up. You guys have to pay the toll, accept for $3, and there you go. You drive right on through. Alright, to get to the criminal base, you're going to come up here and you're going to turn left. You're going to continue up. Alright, so you're just going to keep following this road that you've been on the entire time. Just keep driving around. You don't have to turn off anywhere. Just keep going straight here. And going up this way, you're going to go to the right at the fork there. Then you're going to come around this mountain trail. You're going to go left, and you're going to start going down the mountain to exit the park. Now, the criminal base is actually near the second exit, not the main entrance, but it is over here. The criminal base is right up here in front of us. So, you come on over here, and yeah, this is the criminal base. As you can see, it's guarded with the fence that they said. You go ahead and get out. Let's go ahead and go inside. So, there's not really anything in here you can interact with. I mean, obviously you can sit down, but other than that, you really can't do anything. The TV just has constant static, obviously. You can't interact with the ammo boxes. You can't do any of that. I mean, there is a safe back here, but you can't do anything with that either. It's really all just for aesthetic, but there is actually a tunnel through here. In this tunnel, you follow it around. This is actually really cool because there is a small cave system by the waterfall near the city, but that doesn't really like exit anywhere, but if you go through this one, it actually has an exit. So it's kind of like a secret exit you can go through, and actually police can actually use this to raid the criminal base. So that's pretty useful as well. So let's go ahead and move on to the new police light settings. All right, so here I am in the car customization menu for the police team. This is also the same for the sheriff team, by the way. So they add in the dash light as the main light you can use. Used to it only had a single dash light here. That still is an option, but this adds a little bit more, because used to you could either only use dash light or visor lights, and the visor lights are a little bit too high profile. So if you just want a dash light, kind of small light there, that's really useful. And then if you come on down here, you have the different side runners. You can do smaller side runners, which those are the new ones, or you can just do the full side runners. Those have been in here for a little over a year now, but I'm going to go ahead and rock the small side runners so you guys can see what they look like. Let's go ahead and exit the garage, spawn this in, and let's see what it looks like. All right, full. There we go. So you see there's a dash light there, side runners. It actually looks really cool. You come out here, take a look at it. It looks really nice. The light looks really good, and they actually did make it to where light actually flashes off your character now. So that's a really cool thing, because used to it only bounced off the environment, but now it actually shows on your character. So let's move on to the best part of the update, the new Firehose physics. So the only trucks that the Firehose physics work with are the fire engine, the tanker, and the Brush Falcon Advance, because these are the only trucks that realistically only have hoses on them. As you can see, there's a hose on the back there. On the fire engine, there are places where you can put hoses onto the valves. And on the tanker, obviously, it has a place where you can feed the hose from the tanker to another truck to fill up its tank. So that's really useful. So we're just going to go ahead and pull out the fire engine really quick. All right, so this is another cool thing they added to go along with the new fire hose things. They actually added fire hydrants. So now you have to hook up a fire hydrant to your truck or use a tanker, obviously, in order to get water. So let's bring it around over here. Let's hook that up right there, and there you go, it's filling up. So as you can see, the lights here, the lights right up there, they actually show how much water is in your tank. So if we go ahead and detach this, and let's go, now this is one cool thing. So if you just deselect it out of your inventory, it will drop on the ground like that. So that's really cool. And it actually won't despawn while you use another hose. So let's go ahead and get, oh, I didn't mean to get in. Let's go ahead and get an attack line here. Let's go ahead and get, just to show you guys how long they are, let's go ahead and get 250 feet. There we go. So it's currently pumping into the hose. Obviously, you can pull really far away. Now, this is one thing that I was really glad about. I mean, it's kind of a small detail, but it actually doesn't go through trees. It actually wraps around the trees. So that's one thing that I found really cool. But so as you can see, there's a few new animations. Well, not really animations, but it's more realistic in the sense that your guy kind of, instead of just like sitting there and the water just sprays wherever, just sprays in front of you or wherever you're pointing, it actually works now. So you can spin your guy around while you're spraying, because used to, for one thing, there wasn't even a hose. There was just the nozzle. And basically, the nozzle would only go up and down, and you have to be in first person to put out fires. But now that you can be a third person, you can now be in third person and put out fires that way. It's not exactly practical. It's still a lot easier in first person, but at least for people who do prefer third person, you can do it now. But what I'm going to show you guys with this is, let me go ahead and spray this for a while. Keep in mind, it is not, the truck is no longer hooked up to the fire hydrant, so it is not continuously being fed by water. Let's go ahead and spray out some more water. Eventually, those lights will begin to start to go down as your water level decreases. So one way that you can check your water level is either there on the lights, but if you want more specific, let's go ahead and drop this hose right there. Let's go ahead and get inside, and here you can actually see the water pump over here on the left hand side, and you see it currently has 78% of its water level. So let's go ahead and get back out, and we shall continue so I can show you guys how these lights do eventually go out. And let's go ahead and continue spraying. And there we go, guys. See, that green one on the top just now went down, and eventually those will all go down. And it actually does quit spraying when it fully goes down. So that's one thing that's really cool. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Let me know what you guys thought, and I'll see you dudes in the next one. Later.